What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jono 2 times. I'm coming at y'all with another banger video. Y'all already know what the fuck going on. Got another reaction for y'all. They got a little documentary on Yfg Fatso on front of them. We finna see what's to that shit. Let me know how you feel down below in the comments. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
I'm never no bitch, so motherfuckers talk crazy. They wanna pull out guns, we gonna pull out guns. I'm gonna drop your little ass. You're not even gonna get the chance to touch this bitch. I heard that scream. I can smoke around her as long as it's not in no cold space where she can't breathe. They like, damn, bitch.
What?
Is you really up?
What, niggas?
Hey, say fuck Lil Ham. Fuck Lil Ham. Yeah!
This nigga.
Fatso grew up around Chicago in an area labeled as the Low Bottom, Evans between 46th and 43rd, and attended Carter G. Wilson Elementary School. He has a total of 4 siblings with 3 brothers and 1 little sister. While he moved around with his mom and his stepdad had made a living doing construction. And Fatso, ironically, had gotten his name from being the fat kid on the block growing up, and had always been influenced by his older brother, who we now know as Yfg Chalk. Chalk is 2 years older than Fatso, and was living just 8 miles south on 88th and Princeton Avenue, near Chatham, with Fatso traveling down to hang out with his brother frequently. Fatso looked up to Chalk in a lot of ways, but mostly for his ability to create music. He started making his name as a rapper. He would shift his influence from his brother Chalk to more known figures like King Von, who was a documented killer and ended up being a victim of gun violence himself back in 2020. At 13, Fatso says he would really pursue his life of crime while joining the 808 mob Black Disciples, and saying that he would run through 10 cars in a week at only 13. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could anyone go through 10 cars in a week? Well, these vehicles are not your usual lease off the lot, but these vehicles are stolen in order to use on drills and robberies. Once the vehicle has been used and potentially caught on surveillance, they dump the vehicle just to find another and repeat this process over and over again. While these songs did well to maintain his career, he still wasn't breaking 100K and reaching those life-changing numbers. But it wasn't until March 2023 when Fatso dropped his first music video on his brand new YouTube channel titled Back Again that he cracked 100K on his YouTube, and in my opinion, this is still one of his hardest songs to date. His name was making noise through the city, and more specifically in the south side of Chicago, Chatham area. It was this video that got Fatso an interview with On a Couch TV, and we would really get an inside look at what Yfg was all about. Fatso would go on to say he is EBK Black Disciple, and if you think he's a bitch, he would not hesitate to up the poll, especially if you are trying to backdoor him.
I got that shit, cause I was around it. Product my vibe, I'm seeing the shit, I'm in this shit. I'm always with a motherfucker who game back. I always doing some badass shit. Like they tell you I'm the youngest, I always be bad as hell, man. I'm always doing some badass shit for it, so it's like, that shit just came to me, shit, motherfucker. I was never,
I get that on
bitch,
big.
so motherfucker talk crazy, alright.
Motherfucker just always doing some badass shit, you know, motherfucker just attract negative. Not saying like that, but just the homies you attract just ain't really pushing no positive narrative with that, if you get my gist.
They wanna fight, we can fight. They wanna pull out guns, we gonna pull out guns. When I got there, I stood like all 10 instant. Motherfucker ain't even gonna play. It was gonna be.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, he the youngest jit, it's like, he's so fucking hot, but he's slow here and doing at the same time, like,
But don't get it twisted. If you think that
He said he's so young, he's so slow and hot at the same time.
I'm EBK BD. I'm gonna clap anybody, but I'm BD.
After this interview dropped, Fatso knew that he needed to capitalize on this momentum while dropping 9 music videos over 9 months, which have collectively accumulated over 8
That nigga went on a run
to date. Fatso was on IG Live provoking his ops, saying that if they would try to take his chain, he would drop their ass. While the ops in the comments would accept the challenge by saying drop the low.
ABK, y'all keep talking. I mean, this bitch might look good on you, but it ain't never gonna look good on you if you don't get the chance to wear it. But it does look good on you.
He said it ain't gonna never look good on you if you don't get the chance to wear it.
Okay. As soon as you reach and touch this bitch, I'm gonna drop your little ass. You're not even gonna get the chance to touch this bitch on my dear grandma. If I tell them spam me, they gonna spam me. Y'all wanna start that in the comments? Alright. Hey. Everybody in my comments, hashtag fuck top right now. Chill out, bro.
Now, clearly, Fatso
He
is
said
not
chill out,
contested.
bro.
However, don't think that 800 TJ agreed,
No, it's 800
because he would
TJ,
also
not
get
808
into a
TJ.
beef with Fatso. But
know, what
this
the fuck I
time,
got
Fatso
808
would be
from?
seen on IG Live actually driving down to 800 TJ's block, flashing switches and a Draco. Then,
Oh, that's
the
his
very
op,
next
so
day, 800
why the
TJ
fuck would I
would
think
post
that
to a story
808
photos of him on the corner of 88th and Princeton Avenue with the caption YFGK, which stands for YFG Killer, and seems to romanticize the idea of gaining a new fatal enemy. Thankfully, nothing would come from this incident, because soon, Fatso's life was about to change forever. Fatso would be seen counting money on his IG Live with the one and only smirk. Now, if there is one thing that Fatso knows how to do, is capitalize on his opportunities. He is one smart kid, and of course, his luck wouldn't stop there. Lil Durk would then post on IG that he would officially welcome Chucky, Lil King, and Fatso to OTF, and would even go as far as to tag his jeweler to ask him for 3 big-ass chains to be made for his new signees. Fatso was going everywhere with Durk at this point, flexing jewelry, meeting with the label, and even cruising on his private jet playing Spade. But unfortunately, this force would come to a halt in March 2024 when Fatso would be arrested for a second time for an alleged shooting. However,
locked
I'm
up
sure
right
there are a
now,
few
if
issues
I'm not
that
mistaken,
the
on
OTF
something.
lawyers cannot undo, because within about a week, Fatso was back on the streets again, flexing cash and posting the dead bodies of his ops from rival gangs BBC and Ducktown. I won't show these images due to how
Fuck.
graphic this scene is, and surprisingly, Fatso would post this image to his IG story with a caption laughing at the death of these two men. Let me also remind you, this is the same day he was released for another alleged shooting. He would also be seen on another IG Live saying he's the littest 16-year-old in Chicago while lighting up a backwood.
They can't believe I'm 16.
No, my bullet.
Said I can't either,
His
motherfucker.
rollout would seem to work though, because in April 2024, Fatso drops 2 singles titled Racing and Who I Am, which collectively have over 2.5 million views. Not to mention, I don't think this zesty endorsement by Meek Mill in the grips of his Diddy scandal had done anything for Fatso, but it happened. Shortly after this, the infamous Bloodhound Lil Jeff would post an image of Fatso to his story with the caption, Rookie of the Year, insinuating that Fatso was a baby and does not seem to pose a threat to the Bloodhounds. After this post, Lil Scoom, a close friend to
Wait,
Lil
that was
Jeff,
Jeff
seemed
who
to pose a
reposted
threat
it?
to the Bloodhounds. After this post, Lil Scoom, a close friend to Lil Jeff, would also get involved, dropping a diss track toward Fatso, which would declare war.
Wait, what the
Threat to the
fuck?
Bloodhounds.
That's what I'm
After this
saying,
post,
G.
Lil Scoom was an image of Fatso to his story with the caption, Rookie of the Year, insinuating that Fatso was a baby and does not seem to pose a threat to the Bloodhounds. After this post, Lil Scoom, a close friend to Lil Jeff, would also get involved, dropping a diss track toward Fatso, which would declare war.
I ain't gonna troll that shit for kids, but I really heard they hard. Fatso a bitch, he ain't no shit, little boy better play his part. Right back to back in them foreign cars, and I'll leave put your start. Go ask the ops that Michael Dre 6'2", put shit in
Yeah, like, when I heard that, I was
While
like,
his ops in
what?
the comments were suggesting that Fatso head over to the E&L store in the ops side of town, which of course, Fatso would accept this challenge.
Oh,
However,
fuck
the
that
next
shit,
day,
Kyle.
Fatso would post a caption reading, Tonight we
Oh,
snitch,"
fuck no.
and that can only mean one thing. But for real, bro would prove us right when he was on
Oh,
IG
fuck
Live
no.
at 8 a.m. the following morning, ready to walk down on an op after breakfast.
Tire streets, turn the streets. They gotta turn down right block. Don't turn down this one way. There's one way in, one way out. The way in through the front, the way out is heavy. In
What?
on his line.
Hey, get out there, take it like that.
Man,
Hey, get out there.
Bro, all that, and he still got caught like it.
Get out there, take it like that. You see him?
what?
All the way down there.
Tweaking. The Jakes be on that.
I want that
Bloodhound
Twitter.
Lil Jeff would be gunned down in cold blood on June 8th, 2024.
Nigga, I would've been scared
R.I.P.
either
Lil
way.
Jeff. It didn't take long for Fatso to then post subliminal messages to his IG story reading, Speaking on me in vain, I won't respond. They dead though. All of them. Y'all be worried about the wrong shit. I still don't respond to dudes. It's unclear who this is directed towards. However, the timing is a bit coincidental. Fatso would continue to drop more hits with titles Leavin' and Ride With Me, collectively garnering over 3.5 million views, which at this point, 1 million views is a standard for YFG Fatso, which would serve him well given that on Father's Day, Fatso would become a father himself after his daughter would be born on June 16th, 2024.
Oh, you like
I'm a new father on Father's Day.
Bro, I like 17, man. Yeah, I wasn't 17. Bro, I'm trying to think about myself. I'm talking about him. Oh, no, I ain't gonna lie, that's tough, though.
Now, a 16-year-old having a child is one thing. However,
He was 16. Dang, he was 16.
22 years old. Fatso has been asked about this topic.
What?
Lachey? Well, she ended up being 22 years old. Fatso has been asked about this topic, and he says that he's not a victim in this situation. In fact,
I'm not surprised
far from
that she was
so I guess
way
we'll just have
older
to take
than
his word on this one. But all jokes aside, days later, Fatso would post this alarming message saying, "Unaliving myself after I get super rich." I have no idea what he could possibly mean by this. Hopefully he means figuratively, of course, but maybe you guys can help me understand this in the comments as well. Following Lil Jeff's passing, the beef between Fatso and Lil Scoom would continue to boil, as both sides would continue to drop diss tracks at each other back to back. With this beef cooking up over about 2 weeks, Chicago would get the news that on July 7th, 2024, Lil Scoom would also be gunned down. R.I.P. Lil Scoom. The next day, Fatso would take to his IG to diss Lil Scoom with the caption, "Every last motherfucker," and also posting a picture of the Scream mask and the song Smooth Criminal behind it. Fatso would also go live with his comrades to further mock Lil Scoom's passing, insinuating that Fatso allegedly had something to do with Lil Scoom. A visual to his single titled Unusual Slander, where he would take another opportunity to diss Scoom after his passing, which this song did over 1 million views as well. And when fans confront Fatso about recording the song before Scoom died, Fatso would give a sinister open-ended response. Then, only 3 days later, on July 11, 2014, 800 TJ, the same op that was taking pics on 88th and Princeton Ave, would also be gunned down and lose his life. Now,
He died?
Chicago, like 800.
Gang, what? Why the fuck do I remember his name from somewhere, gang? Man, R.I.P.
800 TJ and
Everybody
6'5" Lil
lost their
Mike
life
would
in
make
this
new
video.
enemies daily. So it was no surprise to a lot of people that after 800 TJ's death, tons of his ops would flood social media to mock his death. Oddly enough, Screwly G, known Bloodhound affiliate, would coincidentally show love to Yfg Fatso on the same day that their shared rival had fallen. Screwly G has an insane story of his own. I did a documentary on him as well, and it has been my best performing video yet, so make sure to go check that out after this. Now, aside from gang beefs, using drugs,
Let me know if y'all
and
wanna
having a
want me to
22-year-old
react
baby
to that
mama
video
at
too.
16, Fatso would also catch some flack for his recent IG Live, where he is seen smoking a backwood while carrying his newborn daughter.
Don't worry about my fucking kid. I don't care what y'all think about, bro. I'm BD, y'all sound dumb as hell. My daughter richly, y'all. If I take her to the hospital right now, I bet they gonna say she healthy. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. The reason I'm smoking around her is because I just got told I could smoke around her as long as it's not in no cold space where she can't breathe or where there ain't no air. As long as I'm in an open space where the weed can move around and it's not being blown in her face, I'm good. Get off my dick. This my motherfucking daughter, nigga.
Now, no judgment on my part, so we can cut Fatso some slack, right? Well, I suppose that is until you see him on IG Live, completely nodding off on what seems to be a perk bender. August 2024, Fatso would drop 3 music videos, which have collectively over 4 million views. Not surprising. And also, on his 17th birthday, Fatso drops another tape titled A Reaper Ceremony, which is a work of art to say the least. Remember when Lil Durk had shouted out Fatso and even tagged his jeweler asking him to make chains? Well, that was even becoming an ongoing joke, since Fatso had never posted an OTF chain since. Coincidentally, the day after fans had been vocal about their suspicions, Lil Durk would post to his IG story with Fatso's song Bougie Hoes playing in the back. Durk's always had his finger on the pulse of the streets, no matter what, so this doesn't surprise me. Come September, he would be back on his bullshit, dissing the ops on IG Live at what looks like to be a music video shoot, where Fatso would have an old man diss the Bloodhounds.
Get in there, huh? Get in there, huh? Hey, say fuck Bloodhound! Fuck Bloodhound! Yeah!
And after, continues to be the menace he is known to be. The next day, Fatso would be seen posted on the block with Scoom's alleged gunman, in what looks like to be another music video. And the same day, dropping a visual to his single Princeton Prayer, which has plenty of indirect references to his biggest ops, the Bloodhounds. And to confirm this, Fatso would jump on IG Live to let the fans know that the reason he wasn't dissing Jeff when he was alive was because he had his phone number. So that means he would reach out to him directly, as opposed to posting on IG. But ironically, Fatso can be seen the same day chilling in an SUV listening to Scrooly G, who literally has songs with Q50 as we speak. I don't know, man. This gets confusing, even for me sometimes. Thankfully, to clear the air with the fans, Fatso would sit down and do an in-depth interview with FYB J-Mane, and we really get to know Fatso from a different perspective. They cover topics like the Bloodhound beef, seeing Lil Scoom while he was in jail, and Lil Durk not giving him an OTF chain. This was a solid interview. And shout out to J-Mane with the whoops. He's killing it right now. But anyways, Fatso has recently dropped a single titled Young Sinners Having Fun, and I think that describes Fatso perfectly and the life that he's been living. Because I'll tell you this, throughout all the bullshit he's endured, he's still so young and has his entire life ahead of him.
Heavy on his whole fucking life ahead of him, gang. Like, this nigga is locked up right now, gang, like, as we speak. That's why I say that shit don't be worth it, gang. This shit don't be worth it. All that shit don't be worth it, gang. Why you don't just rap? Just rap, gang. Like it's like, if you don't rap and you don't live the life that motherfucker that you rapping, that motherfucker don't want to support your music. So it's like, let me know what y'all think down below in the comments on this. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna get up with y'all in the next video.